सर मी यादव सर बोलतोय सर. हॅलो
बोला बोला सर.
सर मी ना पुढच्या वेळी डायरेक्टली बोर्डवर लेक्चर घेणार, जसे आपण क्लासमध्ये घेतो ना व्हिडिओ कॅमेरा शेअर करून. होईल
ओके
ना सर?
सर आपण सध्या लाईव्ह आहोत, तर तुम्ही एका पाठोपाठ एक आपलं तुमचं सेशन सुरू करा. तुमचं ज्या प्रकारे प्रिपरेशन असेल त्याप्रमाणे चालेल, काही प्रॉब्लेम नाही.
ओके ओके.
सर स्क्रीन शेयर्ड है क्या? हेलो हेलो सर.
नाही नाही मॅडम.
हो मॅम, आपली स्क्रीन नाही आहे.
सर मी ना पुढच्या वेळी डायरेक्टली बोर्डवर लेक्चर घेणार, जसे आपण क्लासमध्ये घेतो ना व्हिडिओ कॅमेरा
हो हो
शेअर
हो
करून.
चालेल सर, काही प्रॉब्लेम नाही.
होईल ना सर?
हो हो सर आपण सध्या लाईव्ह आहोत, तर तुम्ही एका पाठोपाठ एक आपलं तुमचं सेशन सुरू करा. तुमचं ज्या प्रकारे प्रिपरेशन असेल त्याप्रमाणे चालेल, काही प्रॉब्लेम नाही.
ओके ओके.
सर स्क्रीन शेयर्ड है क्या?
नो मैम, आपकी स्क्रीन शेयर नहीं है अभी.
नहीं नहीं मॅडम. स्क्रीन नाही आहे. सर मी ना पुढच्या वेळी डायरेक्टली बोर्डवर लेक्चर घेणार, जसे आपण क्लासमध्ये घेतो ना व्हिडिओ कॅमेरा.
हो 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 चालेल सर, काही प्रॉब्लेम.
Is it shared now?
Yes madam.
Okay. So can I start?
Yes madam, you can start.
Okay. Good morning students. I am Manisha Singh from Kirti College. I teach chemistry at junior college level. Today I am going to take your chemistry lecture. So I am welcoming you all. So first of all, I would like to introduce to our chemistry textbook. So I will give you some information about that first. So you can see your textbook on screen. Now let's see what are the different topics given in your chemistry textbook. So you can see on the on your screen different topics are given. First one is some basic concept of chemistry, introduction to analytical chemistry, basic analytical techniques, structure of atom, then chemical bonding, redox reaction, modern periodic table, elements of group 1 and 2, elements of group 13, 14 and 15, states of matter, adsorption and colloids, chemical equilibrium, nuclear chemistry and radioactivity, basic principles of organic chemistry, hydrocarbons, and chemistry in everyday life. So these 16 chapters are there for you to study in 11th standard. Now few of the topics, they belongs to general chemistry. Few topics are there from inorganic chemistry, few are there from organic, and few are there from physical chemistry. So all the branches of chemistry, it is included in your 11th textbook, and it is very necessary to study all the topics thoroughly, because 11th is the base for 12th. If you are well prepared in 11th standard, then only you can understand what is there in 12th standard. So all the topics, they are very important. So you should not escape the study of 11th standard. You should do that well, and then only you will be able to understand the topics given in 12th standard. Okay. Now I will move to next slide. Now our topic for today is topic number 14, that is basic principles of organic chemistry. Now this topic is very important as far as organic chemistry is concerned, because in this topic all the basic principles of organic chemistry are given. So basic principles means what? It is the first step to the organic chemistry. If you know the first step of organic chemistry, then only you will understand the other steps of organic chemistry. So we will begin with this topic, basic principle of organic chemistry. So my first slide is introduction part. So the organic chemistry means what? Organic chemistry means chemistry of the carbon, the compound which contains carbon molecule. So carbon is must for organic compound. Okay. So organic compounds, why they are very important? Because they can form the compound which contains one carbon atom. For example, methane. To the 2 billion carbon atoms contained by DNA, that is deoxyribose nucleic acid. So you can see the picture of here methane. It contains only one carbon, other are hydrogen, and you can see the picture of DNA. It contains billions of carbon. So because carbon can form a compound having one carbon to billion carbons, that's why many compounds can be prepared or available of organic chemistry. So organic chemistry and carbon compounds, they are very important. Now second, you can see some important carbon compounds. So crude oil, you know, crude oil, it contains hydrocarbons, many hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons are nothing but a organic compound because it contains hydrogen and carbon. Then medicines, you know, medicines, they are very.
हेलो
So because
मनीषा
हेलो,
मैम,
हाँ यस
मैम आपका शायद वो मोबाइल शुरू है शायद, लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग उसका म्यूट कर दीजिए वो.
or available of organic chemistry. So organic chemistry and carbon compounds, they are very important. Now second, you can
हेलो हेलो हेलो
Yes,
Hello,
madam,
can-
continue.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
madam,
Yes,
please
ma'am.
continue.
okay.
yes, compound
मैम आपका शायद वो मोबाइल शुरू है शायद.
हाँ, can I start? हेलो
Yes, yes, madam, you can continue.
हाँ हाँ, so medicines, you know, they are very important in our daily life. So medicines, they are prepared in pharmaceutical industries. So pharmaceutical industries, they prepare medicine, and medicines are nothing but a organic compound. Many organic compounds are used to prepare a medicine. Now next one is many products used in our daily life. So in our daily life, many products that we use is nothing but a organic compound. For example, toothpaste, oil, soap, all these are camphor. So many compounds are there which we use, that is nothing but a organic compound. Okay, so it is very important to study this topic. Now let's move to next slide. Now structural representation of organic molecule. How organic molecule are represented or how they are written. So first one is structural formula. Now what is this structural formula? Show all the constituent atoms denoted with their symbol and all covalent bond represented by dash joining mutually bonded atom. Now, what is the meaning of this? All the atom, for example, methane. Methane contains 1 carbon and 4 hydrogen. So in structural formula, all the atoms are written and their covalent bond is also shown in the structural formula. So all the atoms and all the covalent bonds are shown in case of structural formula. I hope you know what is the covalent bond. Covalent bond is formed when 2 electrons are shared between 2 atoms. So एक bond के पीछे actually क्या होता है? 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन होते हैं. It is not a single line. Actually behind that 2 electrons are there. Okay. So like this, the covalent bond is there in case of methane. You can see the structural formula of butane. Butane contain 4 carbon and 10 hydrogens. So all the carbons are represented and they are all the covalent bonds are also shown. So structural formula में क्या होता है? All the atoms and all the bonds are shown. Okay, all the bonds are shown by a dash. ये line को क्या बोलते हैं? Dash. Okay, so this is about the structural formula. Now we will move to next. Next way of representation is electron dot structure or Lewis structure. Now in electron dot structure, what is there? The valence electron of all the atoms are shown as a dot around them. Now what is the meaning of valence electrons? So the valence electrons are the electrons which take part in a bonding, or number of electron required for complete the duplet or octet. They are known as valence electrons. So here valence electrons of carbon, because carbon contains 4 electron in its outermost shell. So you can see carbon का electron किससे बताया? Blue color से. So 4 electrons are there. 1, 2, 3 and 4. And what about hydrogen? Each hydrogen, it contains 1 electron in its outer shell and it requires 1 electron to complete its duplet. So 1 electron is shown by 1 red dot. This red dot is for this hydrogen, this is for this hydrogen, this is for this hydrogen. So all the valence electrons are shown around the atoms. Now when the valence electron are shown, this carbon, its octet get completed. यहाँ पे कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन हो गए टोटल कार्बन के पास? 2, 4, 6 and 8. And with each hydrogen there are 2 atoms. So valency of hydrogen is getting satisfied and valency of carbon is also getting satisfied. So like this the compounds are prepared. Okay, covalent compounds are prepared. So this is the electron dot structure. All the valence electrons are shown around the atom. So this is the second method of representation. Now let's move to next. Now next one is condensed formula. Condensed formula. Now you know that organic compounds, they start with 1 carbon to billions of the carbon. So it is very difficult to write the structural formula for the carbon having compound having many carbon atoms. So that's why this condensed formula is found out. The need for condensed formula is required because some of the organic compounds, they contain many carbon atoms. So it will be very inconvenient to write their structure. It will be very lengthy structure. Suppose if it contains 10 carbon atoms, then it will require how much space to write that structure. That's why the formula is condensed. Condensed means usko chota kar diya. So how condensed formula is written? The complete structural formula can be further simplified with hiding of some or all the covalence bond and indicating the number of identical groups attached to an atom by a subscript. Now, what is the meaning of this? Here, hiding of some or all covalent bond. क्या करते हैं? थोड़े कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड या सब कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड को हाइड कर देते हैं, छुपा देते हैं. एंड इंडिकेटिंग द नंबर ऑफ आइडेंटिकल ग्रुप्स अटैच्ड टू एन एटम बाय अ सबस्क्रिप्ट. मतलब जितने सेम एटम है उसको एक नंबर से डिनोट कर देते हैं. ठीक है. नाउ लेट्स सी द एग्जांपल. सो दिस इज लुईस स्ट्रक्चर, डॉट स्ट्रक्चर. दिस इज स्ट्रक्चरल फॉर्मूला showing all the bonds and all the atoms. Now this is the condensed structural formula for methane. So number of carbon atom is 1. So C is written. Now similar atoms are how many? 4 hydrogens are there, similar. So it is denoted by H4. So this is the condensed formula. Now let's see few more example of condensed formula. The example, this is ethane. Now the condensed form will be right like this also, where one single bond is shown. So previously we have seen some of the bonds are shown hide or all the bonds are hiding. So here see on this carbon atom how many hydrogens are there? 1, 2 and 3. तो इसको क्या लिख दिया हमने? CH3. And then on this carbon how many hydrogens are there? 3. 1, 2 and 3. So we can write like this: CH3 single bond CH3. So only single bond is shown here. Now we can write say structural formula like this also: C2H6. मतलब जितने का 2 और CH6. So these two are nothing but condensed formula only. तो हम ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं और ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं. So it contains 3 and how many hydrogen? So this is propane. को कैसे represent? CH8 or CH3 CH2 CH3. While writing the organic compounds, the valency of carbon must be satisfied. It should have 4 bonds. Total 4 bonds होने चाहिए उसके. देखो ये कार्बन पे कितने बॉन्ड है? 1, 2, 3 and 4. This carbon has 1, 2, 3 and 4 bonds. This carbon has 1, 2, 3 and 4 bonds. Okay, then only the structure is correct. तो ये condense formula में भी you can count. ये कितना है? With this carbon 3 hydrogens are there, means 3 bonds are there, and this is the 4th bond. Now the center carbon, it has got 2 bonds and 2 hydrogen ka bond, means total 4 bonds. Here 3 hydrogens are there and this is the 4th bond. So while writing any structure, you must count the valency of the carbon. It must be 4. 4 से ज्यादा भी नहीं होना चाहिए. 5 and 6. Okay, it should not be less, it should not be more. Okay, now see the next. It has the functional group OH. Okay, OH is there. So how to represent in condensed formula? ये कार्बन के ऊपर 3 हाइड्रोजन है तो हम लोग क्या लिखेंगे? CH3 on this carbon, 2 hydrogen, H2, and then OH group is there, then OH. Okay, and in other method you can write like this: total number of carbon C2, total number of hydrogen H6, and only 1 oxygen is there. So we have written oxygen. So I hope you understood the condensed formula. So let's move to next one. Next one is bond line formula or a zigzag formula. So bond line formula or zigzag formula is even more useful because it requires less space to write it. Okay, so it is even more useful to us. And so what is the rules that we have to follow while writing the bond line formula are as it is. So first one is symbol of carbon and hydrogen atoms आर नॉट रिटन, तो यहाँ पे हम कार्बन और हाइड्रोजन लिखते ही नहीं है. ओके, वी नेवर राइट कार्बन एंड हाइड्रोजन. कार्बन कार्बन बॉन्ड्स आर ड्रॉन इन zigzag मैनर. सो कार्बन कार्बन बॉन्ड्स को कैसे हम लोग लिखते हैं? zigzag मैनर. सो आई विल शो यू हाउ टू राइट इन zigzag मैनर. टर्मिनल ऑफ zigzag लाइन रिप्रेजेंट मिथाइल ग्रुप. मतलब जो zigzag लाइन होगी उसकी एंड जो होता है दैट is nothing but a methyl group. The intersection of lines denotes number of hydrogen which satisfies the tetravalency of carbon atom. I will explain you this by showing the example. Now last one is heteroatoms or hydrogen atoms bonded to heteroatoms are written clearly. अभी ये heteroatom क्या होता है? अभी कार्बन कंपाउंड्स में अगर कोई दूसरा एटम आ गया, फॉर एग्जाम्पल सल्फर, ऑक्सीजन एंड नाइट्रोजन, then they are known as heteroatoms. Okay, so if heteroatoms are there, so they are written as it is, and if hydrogen is attached to the heteroatom, then hydrogen also written. देखो फर्स्ट में हमने क्या बोला था? हाइड्रोजन नहीं लिखते हैं, लेकिन अगर हीट्रो एटम होगा तो हाइड्रोजन लिखते हैं उसके साथ. ओके, सो दीज आर द रूल्स दैट वी हैव टू फॉलो व्हाइल राइटिंग द बॉन्ड लाइन फॉर्मूला. नाउ लेट्स मूव टू नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. नाउ दीज आर द बॉन्ड लाइन फॉर्मूला फॉर फ्यू कंपाउंड्स. नाउ हियर यू कैन सी, यहाँ पे क्या है? CH3 है, फिर CH2, CH, CH3, CH2, CH3. नाउ अभी क्या बोला है कि कार्बन कार्बन बॉन्ड्स को हम कैसे लिखते हैं? zigzag लाइन से. तो पहले हमको काउंट कर लेना चाहिए कितने कार्बन है. 1 2 3 4 5. 5 carbons are there in a chain, one chain, and this fifth one is a side chain. Okay, so यहाँ पे देखो कैसे लिखा हुआ है. This is first carbon, this is second, this is third, this is fourth, this is fifth one. Okay, so 5 carbons are written with the help of a zigzag line. ऐसे up down line होती है. ठीक है, zigzag मतलब up then down then up then down. Okay, so these are 5 carbons, and this methyl group को कैसे बताया है? By drawing a line on a third carbon. देखो थर्ड कार्बन के ऊपर मिथाइल ग्रुप है, फर्स्ट सेकेंड थर्ड. तो यहाँ पे काउंट करो, फर्स्ट सेकेंड थर्ड. थर्ड के ऊपर क्या है? मिथाइल ग्रुप है. सो वी ड्रॉ अ लाइन. तो एंड ऑफ द लाइन इट करस्पॉन्ड्स टू CH3. क्यों? क्योंकि देखो ये CH3 हुआ, कार्बन का 3 वैलेंसीज आर सेटिस्फाइड बाय हाइड्रोजन, एंड दिस इज द फोर्थ बॉन्ड. ओके, तो यहाँ पे भी सिमिलरली यहाँ पे CH3 है, ये तुमको कंसीडर करना है कि ये CH3 है, और दिस इज द फोर्थ बॉन्ड. समझ में आया? नाउ व्हाट इज सेड? द इंटरसेक्शन ऑफ द लाइन. अभी ये वाले यहाँ पे सपोज कार्बन है, तो यहाँ पे कितना हाइड्रोजन होगा? कैन यू गेस यहाँ पे कितना हाइड्रोजन होगा? सो इट शुड सेटिस्फाई द वैलेंसी ऑफ कार्बन. तो वैलेंसी ऑफ कार्बन 4 होता है, तो ये एक बॉन्ड हो गया, ये 2 बॉन्ड हो गया. तो यहाँ पे कितने हाइड्रोजन हमको चाहिए टू सेटिस्फाई द वैलेंसी? 2 हाइड्रोजन चाहिए. इफ 2 हाइड्रोजन्स विल बी देयर, देन द वैलेंसी ऑफ द कार्बन विल बी 4. तो यहाँ इसकी वैल्यू क्या है? CH2 है. देखो यहाँ पे है ना CH2. सो हियर ऑल्सो इट इज CH2. अभी इसकी वैल्यू क्या है? यहाँ पे देखो कार्बन के पास 3 बॉन्ड है ऑलरेडी, 1 2 एंड 3. तो इसकी वैल्यू हो गई CH. देखो यहाँ पे लिखा है CH. सो हाइड्रोजन इज द फोर्थ बॉन्ड. अभी यहाँ पे क्या होगा? फिर से 1 and 2. सो इट रिक्वायर्स 2 हाइड्रोजन. So it corresponds to CH2. So I hope it is clear with you. Now let's see the next example. How many carbon atoms are there in a chain? 1 2 3 4, and then chloride is there, Cl is there. Okay, तो कितने कार्बन हो गए? 1 2 3 and 4. अभी क्लोराइड हिट्रो एटम है, मतलब अदर देन कार्बन है, तो उसको हम एज इट इज लिखते हैं Cl. ओके, तो मतलब फोर्थ कार्बन के ऊपर Cl अटैच है. ओके, सो कैन यू सी हाउ इजी इट इज टू राइट द बॉन्ड लाइन फॉर्मूला। अभी नेक्स्ट वन देखो, 1 2 and 3 कार्बन्स आर देयर। ओके, तो यहाँ पे देखो कैसे बताया, 1 कार्बन 2 कार्बन एंड 3 कार्बन। ऑन सेकेंड कार्बन डबल बॉन्ड इज देयर, तो यहाँ पे सेकेंड कार्बन के ऊपर डबल बॉन्ड बना दिया। ओके, नाउ दिस इज CH2, दिस एंड इज, अभी हमने क्या बोला था, अगर सिंगल बॉन्ड होगा देन इट इज मिथाइल CH3 होगा, लेकिन अगर डबल बॉन्ड है तो क्या हो जाएगा, ऑलरेडी 2 बॉन्ड्स आर देयर विद द कार्बन, सो अदर 2 बॉन्ड्स विल बी सेटिस्फाइड बाय हाइड्रोजन। सो यहाँ की वैल्यू क्या होगी, CH2, इट इज CH2। और यहाँ की वैल्यू क्या होगी, बिकॉज 3 बॉन्ड्स आर देयर ऑलरेडी, 1 2 and 3, तो ये इसको एक ही चाहिए हाइड्रोजन, तो इट विल बी CH। बट ये एंड पे ओनली 1 बॉन्ड इज देयर, तो यहाँ पे आ जाएगा CH3, other 3 valencies will be satisfied by hydrogen. Now see the last example. Here 1 2 3 carbons are there in a straight chain, and at second carbon methyl is there, and at to same carbon, to second carbon OH group is also attached. तो हम लोग कैसे लिखेंगे, 1 2 and 3, ये 3 कार्बन हो गए। On second carbon OH group is attached, on second carbon methyl is there. So like this the formula, the bond line formula can be written. Because oxygen is a hetero atom, so the hydrogen attached to oxygen will be written as it is. Okay, तो जो हीट्रो एटम के साथ हाइड्रोजन होता है उसको हम लिखते हैं, बाकी हाइड्रोजन को वी नेवर शो, बाकी हाइड्रोजन और कार्बन को हम नहीं बताते हैं, ठीक है, वी शो इट बाय अ zigzag line. So I hope it is clear with you. Now let's move to next slide. Now see the next slide. This is I have taken from your textbook. So what is written here? Dash formula is there, condensed formula A is there, condensed formula B is there, and bond line or zigzag formula is there. Okay, so one example is given. So this is dash formula, उसको कंडेंस में कैसे कन्वर्ट करेंगे, फर्स्ट कार्बन के ऊपर 3 हाइड्रोजन, तो H, then on second carbon and on third carbon there are 2 hydrogens, तो उसको हम ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं CH2 twice, मतलब CH2 2 बार है, तो CH2 twice, and then on fourth carbon there are 3 hydrogens, so we will write CH3. So this is the first type of condensed formula in which the bonds are not shown, बीच bonds हमने नहीं बनाया है. Now next one is the condensed formula in which single bonds are shown. So कैसे CH3 फर्स्ट कार्बन के ऊपर 3 हाइड्रोजन, so CH3, सेकेंड कार्बन के ऊपर 2 हाइड्रोजन, so CH2, थर्ड के ऊपर 2, तो इट इज CH2, फोर्थ के ऊपर 3 हाइड्रोजन, so it is CH3. So like this is the second condensed formula. Now bond line, it is very simple, only 4 carbons are there in a straight chain, तो 4 कार्बन आने चाहिए. This is first, second, third and fourth. So it is very simple to write the zigzag formula for this. Now in second one, the zigzag formula is given, and on the basis of that you have to write dash formula, condensed formula and second condensed formula. So like this you have to fill this. Okay, so I will show you how to write down this. Now in the slide, next slide, ये दिया हुआ था तुम्हारा, नाउ हाउ टू राइट, यहाँ पे देखो क्या रहेगा, ये सिंगल बॉन्ड है, तो यहाँ पे दिस करेस्पॉन्ड टू मिथाइल ग्रुप, एक ये बॉन्ड है, इसको 3 हाइड्रोजन चाहिए, तो यहाँ पे आ जाएगा CH3। ओके, तो पहले तो देख लेने का कितने कार्बन एटम है इसमें, 1 2 3 एंड 4। सो पहले 4 कार्बन एटम्स हम लोग लिखेंगे, कार्बन 1 2 3 एंड 4। द हाइड्रोजन, जिसकी जितनी वैलेंसी रिक्वायर्ड होगी उतने हाइड्रोजन हम लिखेंगे। ओके, फर्स्ट वी विल राइट द कार्बन एटम। तो इसमें कितने कार्बन है, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4। तो अब इसको फर्स्ट कार्बन को वी रिक्वायर 3 हाइड्रोजन, तो ये हो जाएगा CH3। सेकेंड कार्बन को हाउ मेनी बॉन्ड्स आर देयर, 1 2 3 बॉन्ड्स, so we require only 1, so it will be CH। okay, then at second carbon atom double bond is there, तो पहले double bond भी लिख देने का। okay, so on second carbon atom double bond is there। on third carbon atom again 3 bonds already there, 1 2 and 3, so it requires only 1, so it will be CH। और last carbon के ऊपर single bond is there, so it requires 3 hydrogen, it will be CH3। so ये condense formula B हो गया। okay, now इसको हम इसमें कैसे लिखेंगे, बॉन्ड्स को हटा देना है, सब बॉन्ड्स को हम रिमूव कर देंगे। तो CH3 CH ट्वाइस, ये CH 2 बार आ रहा है, CH तो हम उसको CH ट्वाइस लिख सकते हैं, एंड देन CH3 इज देयर। नाउ अभी उसको हम डैश फॉर्मूला में लिखने हैं। तो डैश फॉर्मूला में क्या होता है, वी शो ऑल द एटम्स एंड ऑल द बॉन्ड्स। सो ये हाउ मेनी कार्बन एटम्स आर देयर, 1 2 3 4। सेकेंड कितने हैं, डबल बॉन्ड है, तो फर्स्ट कार्बन के ऊपर हाउ मेनी हाइड्रोजन आर रिक्वायर, 3, तो हम 3 हाइड्रोजन इधर लिखेंगे। फिर सेकेंड कार्बन के ऊपर ऑलरेडी 3 बॉन्ड्स आर देयर, सो वी विल राइट 1 हाइड्रोजन। on third also we will write 1 hydrogen, on fourth we will write 3 hydrogen। so like this dash formula, condensed and second condensed formula we can write। now here in third one condensed formula is given and you have to write dash formula, condensed formula B and zigzag formula और bond line formula। so यहाँ पे देखो, तो ये है CH3, तो हम लोग पहले कार्बन देख लो कितना है, एक, CH2 ट्वाइस है, तो मतलब 2 कार्बन हो गए, टोटल 3, एंड CHO के ऊपर एक कार्बन है तो 4 हो गया, तो टोटल 4 कार्बन हम लोग पहले लिखेंगे, 1 2 3 4। on this carbon how many hydrogens are there, 1 2 and 3। on second carbon 2 hydrogens are there, on third also 2 hydrogens are there, and last one is CHO group। ये aldehydic group होता है, CHO group। so CHO group can be shown like this, C double bond OH। okay, so wherever hetero atom is there then you have to, or functional group is there then you have to write as it is। तो अभी इसको हम ये सेकेंड कंडेंस फॉर्मूला में कैसे लिखेंगे, you have to show the single bond। तो ये हो गया CH3 CH2 CH2 and CHO। अभी बॉन्ड लाइन कैसे लिखेंगे, टोटल 4 कार्बन एटम्स आर देयर इंक्लूडिंग दिस CHO। सो फर्स्ट कार्बन, सेकेंड कार्बन, थर्ड कार्बन को CHO ग्रुप अटैच है। ओके, तो ये थर्ड कार्बन के ऊपर हमने CHO अटैच कर दिया। सो टोटल 4 कार्बन एटम्स आर देयर। नाउ लेट्स सी द नेक्स्ट एग्जांपल। सो आई होप इट इज क्लियर टू यू हाउ टू राइट। फर्स्ट total carbon atom in this, 1 2 3 4। okay, now you can see here on third carbon atom methyl is attached and also OH is attached। okay, तो थर्ड कार्बन के ऊपर 2 ग्रुप है, methyl group side chain है and OH group is also there। so with this carbon 3, this carbon 2, on third carbon OH group is there and methyl group is there, and will be satisfied 1 hydrogen is there। okay, so like this the dash formula will be written। now condensed formula में you have to show the single bond, CH3 CH2 CH CH3 OH। अभी ये बॉन्ड लाइन कैसे लिखेंगे, 1 2 3, at third carbon atom OH group is there and methyl is there। तो ये methyl मिथाइल को मैंने सिंगल बॉन्ड से बताया है. ओके, नाउ लास्ट वन इज
तो माइनस ना
NC.
पण ती दिसते.
Now next one is the dash formula is given and you have to write the condensed formula NC. Now see this NC, this is the isocyanide functional group. So इसको हमने NC लिखा. Second carbon को CH is there, CH, and at second carbon two functional groups are there, OH और cyanide CN. तो ये OH हो गया, ये CN हो गया. ओके, तो इसको कंडेंस फॉर्मूला में कैसे लिखेंगे? N triple bond C at second carbon atom OH group is attached and at the same carbon atom cyanide group is also attached. तो इसमें total how many carbon atoms are there? 1, 2, 3 including the functional group. तो ये हो गया 1, 2 and 3. At second carbon atom OH group is also there and cyanide group is also there. So like this you have to write down the bond line formula. Hello? Hello? I have to stop or I have to carry out because it is 10 o'clock. Hello? 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 हाँ सर. Hello? Hello sir. Drawing the molecule. Now next one is drawing the molecule in 3 dimensions. So most organic molecule have 3-dimensional shape. 4 methods are used to represent the 3-dimensional molecule on a plain paper. So just now you have shown how to write the organic compounds. Now the 3-dimension structure of the organic molecule, they are represented by 4 method. अभी ये 3-dimensional shape क्या होता है? 3-dimensional shape means which had length, breadth and height. Length, breadth and height. If any structure it has length, breadth and height, then it is known as 3-dimensional shape. So organic compounds also can be represented in 3-dimensional shape. So first method is wedge formula. Wedge formula. Now what is this wedge formula? It is represented by a solid wedge which corresponds to bond projecting up from the paper and a dash wedged bond going backward or below the paper away from the reader, and the normal lines bonds in the plane of the paper. Now what is this? I will explain you with the help of next slide. Now this is the 3-dimensional structure shown in a wedge formula. तो ये जो line है, the solid wedge, this is known as solid wedge और इसको बोलते हैं dash wedge. Okay, so this carbon is on the plane of the paper. ये तुमको imagine करना है. Okay, the carbon is present on the plane of the paper and these two hydrogens, they are also present on a plane of a paper. So these are the bonds on the plane of the paper, and this solid wedge जो shading की हुई है, solid wedge, it is bond projecting above the paper towards the reader. मतलब ये bond तुम्हारे side आ रहा है. Suppose अगर ये paper पे है, तो this bond is coming towards you, and this dashed wedge, it is bond going below the paper. Okay, so like this the wedge structure is drawn. So I hope you can imagine this bond is coming towards you, this bond is going away from you, and these two bonds are on the paper. So this is the methane molecule represented in wedge formula. Now let's move to second. Second one is Fisher projection formula or cross formula. Now three-dimensional molecule is projected on a plane of a paper. So all four methods are presented on a plane of a paper, but in 3 dimensions. Now main carbon chain is represented vertically. Each carbon on the vertical chain is represented by a cross. Horizontal lines bond projecting up from the carbon, and vertical lines bonds going below the carbon. Now let's understand all these points with the help of one example. Now you can see the wedge formula here. Wedge formula तुमको समझ में आ गया होगा क्या रहता है wedge formula. First one, ये solid lines, they are coming on the above the paper. They are above the paper. They are coming towards the reader. And this dash lines, they are bonds going below the paper. And this carbon is there on the paper. Okay. So ये अभी Fisher projection में क्या होता है? The carbon chain is shown with the help of vertical line. ठीक है, ये कार्बन चेन को वर्टिकल लाइन से बताते हैं. एंड all the carbons on the chain on the line is shown by a cross. ये क्रॉस से हम क्या बता रहे हैं? अदर कार्बन्स ऑन द straight chain. Okay, so here in the center one carbon is there. This is first, second and third carbon. ये जो वेज फॉर्मूला है उसको ही फिशर प्रोजेक्शन में लिखा हुआ है यहाँ पे. सो नाउ द वर्टिकल लाइंस दे आर द बॉन्ड्स गोइंग बिलो द पेपर. मतलब ये वाला जो बॉन्ड है इट इज गोइंग बिलो द पेपर. ये बॉन्ड इज ऑल्सो गोइंग बिलो द पेपर. एंड द हॉरिजॉन्टल बॉन्ड्स, मतलब ये जो सॉलिड वेज से बताया है, दे आर कमिंग above the paper. They are coming above the paper. और ये कार्बन जो है it is on the paper. ठीक है. So like this you have to imagine the 3-dimensional structure in case of Fisher projection. Now see the second molecule. यहाँ पे how many carbon atoms are there? 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is first carbon, second, थर्ड एंड फोर्थ. सो ये हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन से एक कार्बन बनाया है, ये हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन से दूसरा कार्बन. ओके, सो ये COH, OH, OH, HNH and CS3. Now you know vertical lines, COOH group is going below the paper. This methyl group is going below the paper. But the hydroxyl groups, they are coming above the paper, and hydrogens are also coming above the paper. And these two carbons, they are bonded by a single bond, simple single bond. So they are actually on the paper. ठीक है, ये दोनों on the paper पे हैं. ठीक है. So like this, the 3-dimensional structure can be represented in Fisher projection or cross formula. Okay. Now let's move to next. Newman projection formula. So Newman projection formula, here visualizing the molecule by looking through a carbon-carbon single bond. Carbon-carbon bond is not visible here. The front carbon, it is shown by a point, and the rear carbon, it is shown by a circle around the point. The 3 bonds of front carbon shown to radiate from the center of the circle, and 3 bonds of the rear carbon shown to radiate from the circumference of the circle. So what is all these points? We will understand with the help of a next slide. Now see here, Now see here, here one point is drawn. यहाँ पे एक ऐसे point बनाते हैं. Okay, this is the front carbon. Okay, and then around this one circle is made. Around that point one circle is made, and that represents the rear carbon. Rear carbon मतलब जो carbon पीछे है उसके, ठीक है? So the dot represents the first carbon and the circle represents the second carbon. Now all the hydrogens, they are coming from the carbon. तो ये front carbon से कितने हाइड्रोजन आ रहे हैं? 1, 2 and 3. And from rear carbon, the 3 bonds are coming 1, 2, 2 and 3. अभी ये देखो बॉल स्टिक मॉडल से कितने अच्छे से बताया है. This is the front carbon, this is the back carbon. They are bonded by a single bond, and these are the 3 hydrogens. एक 1, 2 and 3. And ये पीछे वाले जो कार्बन का है rear carbon, these are the 3 hydrogens. 1, 2 and 3 hydrogens. Okay, so ये ऐसे भी represent कर सकते हैं. Okay, this is by one point and circle around it. Now here in this case, the distance between the hydrogens are very large, and here the distance is minimum. So these two structures are possible. So here in Newman projection, this is like point से ये 3 hydrogen आ रहे हैं, and from the back circle 3 hydrogens are coming. So similarly the structures are shown. So like this we can represent in case of Newman projection. हेलो, हाँ सर, हाँ तो स्टॉप करना है. ओके. Okay student, so here we have finished the Newman projection. The remaining part of the topic we will see next time. Okay, so here I'm stopping my topic. Thanks for listening. We will see you. I will see you next time. Hello. Hello. Hello.
हाँ उल्लास सर तुम्ही सुरू करा आता.
So can I leave, sir? Hello.
Yeah ma'am, you can leave.
हाँ.
Shall I start?
Yes sir.
Okay. Hello student, myself Ullas Devpurkar and my colleague Amol Jadhav from Deccan Education Society's Kirti College, Dadar. First of all, I welcome you for a live program, SCRT lecture program, and also welcome in a science parivar. Dear student, you have chosen science. That means you have some aims. And science is nothing but a hard work. Science is discipline. Science is curiosity, and science is practice. So in a science, first of all, you have to hard work to reach your aims or your goal. 11, 12 is the package of 2 years. In that, you're going to face a board exam, HSC. After that, there is a different entrance exams, NEET, JEE, CET, and etc. equivalent. And for this purpose, you want to hard work for 2 years. Some student thinks that after a 10th board, 11th is the rest year. No, my dear. 11th is the best year. To recover, to revise your basic, which you did in 8, 9, 10, and most of the part of 11, 12 syllabus, because all your entrance exams are based on 11, 12 syllabus. So in 11th standard, you want to revise a basic of science and maths, and most of the syllabus from 11, 12, you have to cover in 11th standard only. So you get a time to revise in a 12. So don't think 11th is the rest year. Work hard, especially for a student from a vernacular medium. We saw that student from a vernacular medium scared about a language that is a English language. This is not a big task, or this is not a big problem. तुम्ही वेगवेगळ्या मीडियम मध्ये जरी असाल तरी या ठिकाणी सायन्स शिकत असताना 11, 12 ला थोडंसं घाबरायला असलं तरी सुद्धा तुमचं हार्डवर्क तुम्हाला काम देणार आहे. And for that purpose, writing, reading, practicing is very important. And with that, you have a dictionary, science dictionaries. You want to use the science dictionaries. So first 2-3 months, do a hard work on this. This will make a practice of writing in English, reading of a different science words, and also you'll get a confidence. So go through the writing practice. One thing I want to say. Now you are in a 11, 12. That's a big syllabus. And for this entrance exams, the understanding is very important. Without understanding, you don't go for a preparation. Mugging of a subject is not that much useful for you. So let me congratulate for your 10th passing and welcome and best of luck for your rest of the 11, 12 and that package. Let me introduce the subject. Now here are textbooks, a very important, very good textbook for 11th and 12th standard. This is your textbook. And in this textbook, systematically, there's a syllabus, For 11th standard, there are 14 chapters: units and measurement, mathematical method, motions in a plane, laws of motion, gravitation, mechanical properties of solid, thermal properties of matter, sound, optics, electricity, current, electricity and magnetism, electromagnetic waves, communication, and semiconductor. In these chapters, there are highlights in each chapter, which are very important for your rest of exams. A beginning of every chapter, there's a can you recall? That means what you know, what you did in a previous classes. On that there is a questions. Then, do you know, before going on a topic, they're asking some questions which clears your idea about the topic. Can you tell, after a finishing of a topic, they test your knowledge, what you got? And very important, activity. The experimental or applied application of that topic is there in activity part. And after that, internet, my friend. If you want to details about the topic, about the chapter, is there in internet mass. And at the end, there is exercise. It carries examples, MCQs, that is a multiple choice question. Then there is a questions on topics, different questions, and which help you for an examination. Now here, my subject. Again, begin with my subject. What is physics? You should get this question, what is, for each and every topic. Not only in physics, in every subject. Suppose you are going for a movie, तुम्ही पिक्चरला जात असाल, मूवी पाहणार असाल, आणि त्या मूवीला, प्रत्येक मूवीला काहीतरी नाव आहे. त्या नावाचं, त्या टायटलचं मीनिंग जर तुम्हाला माहित असेल, तर मला वाटतं अर्धा पिक्चर आपल्याला तिकडे समजतंय. याचप्रमाणे प्रत्येक टॉपिक, प्रत्येक सब्जेक्ट जो तुम्ही शिकणार आहात, त्या प्रत्येक सब्जेक्ट, प्रत्येक टॉपिकला हेडिंग असते. First, understand the meaning of that. And so we started a physics itself a question. What is a physics? No doubt, physics is a branch of science. मराठीमध्ये भौतिकशास्त्र. It is a branch of science which deals with the energy and matter. Energy and matter, एनर्जी संदर्भात आणि वस्तू संदर्भात जे काही तुम्हाला स्टडी करायचं आहे त्याला फिजिक्स म्हणतात. फिजिक्स मध्ये तुम्हाला एनर्जी संदर्भात स्टडी करायचं आहे. We know that the law of conservation of energy. Energy can neither create nor destroy. Only one form of energy convert into other forms of energy. Total energy in the universe remains constant. And also there is one more law. the Einstein law, mass energy relation. And according to that, E is equal to mc square. That is, energy can neither create nor destroy. One form of energy converts into other form of energy, or mass converts into energy, or energy converts into mass. Total mass and energy remains constant in a universe. So physics is also called as a study of energy and matter. And for that purpose, your syllabus itself suggests that your first 6 topics, from a units and measurement to mechanical properties of solids, it contains regarding a mechanical and substances. Your 7th chapter, thermal properties of matter. This thermal property of matter is from a heat. Mechanics, heat. Then sound. Then optics. Optics means light. Electrostatic, electric current, magnetism, electromagnetic waves, communication is electricity and magnetism, and the semiconductors, that is solid state physics, atomic physics. So your syllabus itself divided into a number of energy. We know that in our everyday life, everywhere and our every surrounding, there is a use of energy or conversion of energy. You're using fan, you're using refrigerator, you're using TV, you're yourself, you're eating something, then you'll get energy. जर तुम्हाला 2 दिवस जेवणच दिलं नाही किंवा मला 2 दिवस जेवण दिलं नाही तर I will not able to talk, I will not able to teach you. So there is also a conversion of energy. So our life, ourself, our body, and our surrounding, everywhere there is an energy or conversion of energy. So physics is also called as a study of everyday life. And physics is also called as a study of natural phenomena. Natural phenomena. In a nature, everywhere there is an energy. Every particle is made up by energy. And each and every second, each and every time or instant, there is a conversion of energy. There is a heat. थंडी वाजते, गरम होत आहे, पाऊस पडतोय, कधी पाऊस पडतोय, थोड्या वेळाने थंडी होते, थोड्या वेळाने ऊन पडतंय. There are a number of trees. Trees कसे तयार झाले, त्यांचं मेकॅनिझम काय, वेगवेगळे डोंगर्स आहेत, वेगवेगळ्या गोष्टी आहेत निसर्गामध्ये. And every time there is a conversion, there is a natural phenomenon. And to study the natural phenomenon, the study of a natural phenomenon is called as physics. So physics is also called as the study of a natural phenomenon. Now to study about this everything, there is a conversion of energy. How much amount of energy convert to other amount of energy? किती एका प्रकारची एनर्जी दिल्याने किती दुसऱ्या प्रकारची एनर्जी तयार होते हे स्टडी करायला लागलं. And for that, there is a number of laws. And to verify laws, there are a number of experiments. And when you are verifying the laws, you are doing an experiment, and in each and every experiment, there are measurement. You want to measure something and something, like in Ohm's law. You did an experiment of Ohm's law in 10th. That is V is equal to Ri, or R is equal to V upon I. V is the potential difference, I is the current, R is the resistance. And in that, you want to prove that V is proportional to I, that is, the potential difference is directly proportional to the current flowing. That means V upon I is constant, and it is called as a resistance of a conductor. To verify that, you have to take a number of readings for a potential difference and current by using voltmeter and ammeter. But if you are doing experiment and you don't know how to read, how to measure it, somewhere you want to measure a temperature, somewhere you want to measure an angle, and everywhere for every measurement, you should know how to measure. And without that, it will not give your aim, it will not give the success of your calculation. So study of energy and matter, the measurement is very important. Everywhere, once again, in our life, early morning to evening or night to morning, everywhere there is a measurement. कितने बजे उठना है, किती वाजता तयार व्हायचं आहे, कॉलेज किती वाजता आहे, किती वाजेची गाडी पकडायची आहे, किती वेळ लेक्चर आहे, लेक्चर नंतर कुठे जायचं आहे, किती वाजता कुठे जायचं आहे, घरी किती यायचं आहे, त्या दरम्यान कुठे किती खायचं आहे, सकाळी नाश्त्याला किती खायचं आहे, चहा बनवायचा आहे, किती वस्तू टाकायची आहे, चहा पावडर किती टाकायची, दूध किती टाकायचं, साखर किती टाकायचं, या सगळ्या गोष्टीमध्ये मेजरमेंट आहे. आणि ते जर माहित नसेल, no use of it. So physics is also called as a science of measurement. Physics is the science of measurement. And so your very first chapter, units and measurement. Now in this units and measurement, you are measuring of physical quantities. Again, a question arises. What is physics? Like that. What is physical quantity? There are a number of quantities. Some quantities you are explained by saying, like a color. As you have a board, classroom board, whether it's black, whether it's green, whether it's white, you can see that color, green, black, white, everything. No need to measure. तुम्ही बघतात, तुम्हाला दिसतंय, ते काय मोजावं लागत नाही. But if you want to measure area of that board, this rectangular board, and you want to measure an area of a board, that you want to measure a length, you want to measure a breadth. Breadth is also a length, and calculate length into breadth. In your back, you have an apple. And someone asks you, what's the weight of that? You're not going to say that by seeing only. You want to measure it. So weight is or mass is the physical quantity. Quantities which can be fully explained by their measurement only. म्हणजे अशा क्वांटिटीज की ज्या मोजून सांगितल्या जातात, त्या सांगण्यासाठी मोजावं लागतं, अशा क्वांटिटीजला आपण फिजिकल क्वांटिटीज म्हणतो. लाईक अ मास, length, time, velocity, ऍक्सलरेशन, फोर्स, वर्क, ज्या ज्या म्हणून तुम्हाला वस्तू आहेत ज्या मोजाव्या लागतात, त्या मोजू शकतात, मोजून सांगाव्या लागतात, आर कॉल्ड ॲज अ फिजिकल क्वांटिटीज. So physical quantities which can be fully explained by their measurement are called physical quantities. And this is the measurement. The measurement is the comparison between physical quantity and standard used for a measurement. म्हणजे आपण ते कंपॅरिझन करतो. सपोज 5 kg is there. ती फिजिकल क्वांटिटी काय मोजतोय मला? त्या वस्तूचं डायमेन्शन वेगवेगळे आहेत, पण मला मास हा मोजायचा आहे. यू कॅन ऑल्सो मेजर अ टेम्परेचर ऑफ दॅट बॉडी. यू कॅन ऑल्सो मेजर अ एरिया ऑफ दॅट बॉडी. बट आय डोंट वॉन्ट टू मेजर, आय वॉन्ट टू मेजर मास. So you are selecting the physical quantity, number of physical quantity that body have. You are selecting physical quantity mass. And to measure the mass, there is a standard. There is a standard used for a measurement of mass, that is a standard unit. आणि याला म्हणतात मोजणं. तो किती आहे, काय आहे, किती आहे आणि त्याला कुठल्या फॉर्म मध्ये मोजलाय हे करणं म्हणजेच मेजरमेंट. नाव हियर, इन ओल्ड टाइम्स, पूर्वी म्हणजे 50 years 40 years म्हणजे आमच्या लहानपणी सुद्धा, किंवा त्याच्या पूर्वी 100 वर्षापूर्वी, त्याच्या जास्त पूर्वी, there are measuring systems as per their requirements. म्हणजे छोट्याशा गावामध्ये असेल तर त्या गावामध्ये मेटल सिस्टम्स, एक्सचेंजिंग सिस्टम्स होत्या त्यावेळी किंवा त्याच्याही नंतर. as per their requirements they have to measure a mass. त्यांना मास मोजावं लागायचं. म्हणजे काय मोजावं लागायचं? धान्य किती आहे. आणि ते मास मोजण्यासाठी एक भांड असायचं. पूर्वी त्याला शेर म्हणायचे आणि त्याचे छोटे छोटे असायचे. तुम्ही आताही कुठे एखाद्या चढेवाल्या काकांकडे गेलात, चढे घेतले तर तो असा छोट्याशा अशा डब्बीने मोजून देतो. तशा प्रकारचे मेजरिंग सिस्टम्स होती. लेंथ मोजायची, विथ हाताने मोजलं, स्टेप्सने मोजलं, हे त्यांना सफिशियंट होतं. टाइम त्या काळी बहुतेक म्हणजे ज्या छोट्याशा गावामध्ये त्यांना कुठली लोकल पकडायची नव्हती, 10-2ची लोकल. त्यामुळे त्यांना सकाळी लवकर उठणं, पहाटे लवकर उठणं, सूर्योदयाच्या पहिले उठणं, म्हणजे सूर्याच्या ऍक्टिव्हिटी प्रमाणे ते चालायचे. सूर्योदयाच्या पहिले उठायचं, सूर्योदय झाला कामाला लागायचं. सूर्य डोक्यावर आला की भाकरी खायची किंवा जेवण करायचं. सूर्य मावळायला लागला की आपलं काम आटपून घराकडे यायचं. घरी आलं की संध्याकाळ झाली, रात्र झाली की जेवायचं आणि झोपायचं. त्यांना कुठली सिरियल बघायची नव्हती, बिग बॉस किंवा वेगवेगळ्या आवडीच्या सिरियल, IPL. त्यामुळे त्यांना हे सफिशियंट होतं. प्रहर, सकाळ, दुपार, संध्याकाळ, रात्र. पण जसं जसं पुढे गेलं तसं तसं सायन्स इंट्रोड्यूस व्हायला लागलं आपल्या आयुष्यात. These measurement systems are not useful. ज्यावेळेस सायन्स ऍड व्हायला लागलंय, आपण पुढे यायला लागलो, त्यावेळी ह्या सिस्टम्स कमी पडायला लागल्या, त्या चुकीच्या वाटायला लागल्या. कारण त्यावेळी लेंथ मोजायची आहे म्हणजे एखाद्या शेताची लेंथ मोजायची किंवा एखाद्या घराची लेंथ मोजायची तर हाताने मोजलं सफिशियंट. थोडंफार कमी जास्त झालं तर काय प्रॉब्लेम नव्हता. पण आता काय, आता मोजताना we have to take a care of 1 millimeter also, a fraction of that. And for that purpose, they introduce a standard. म्हणून त्याच्यासाठी स्टँडर्ड आलं. स्टँडर्ड, द स्टँडर्ड यूज फॉर अ मेजरमेंट ऑफ फिजिकल क्वांटिटी. फिजिकल क्वांटिटी, प्रत्येक फिजिकल क्वांटिटी मोजण्यासाठी एक एकक आलं, एक स्टँडर्ड आलं. आणि ते स्टँडर्ड फिक्स, न बदलणारं, प्रत्येकाला सारखं, प्रत्येक ठिकाणी सारखं. आणि असं ठरवलं गेलं की त्याला आपण त्याचं युनिट म्हणावं, त्याला स्टँडर्ड म्हणावं. द स्टँडर्ड यूज फॉर अ मेजरमेंट ऑफ फिजिकल क्वांटिटी इज कॉल्ड एज अ युनिट ऑफ दॅट फिजिकल क्वांटिटी. लाईक अ लेंथ. The length of wire is 5 meter. We are saying a length of wire 5 meter. 5 meter. That is a standard 1 meter. And 5 times that of 1 meter. So 1 meter is the standard used for a measurement of physical quantity, length. And again, according to requirement, again we can divide it. You can convert it into other forms. Sometimes you are using centimeter, sometimes you are using millimeter, sometimes you are using kilometer, as per a requirement. If you have to find out, or if you want to know the length of a table, you are measuring in meter. If you have to measure a height yourself, is in a feet. If you measure a distance between two cities, you are measuring kilometer. And according to that, it gets converted into different forms. They have a relation of that conversion. So what is a unit? The standard used for a measurement of physical quantity is called as a unit of that physical quantity. Now here, there are characteristics for a good unit. आता हे जे युनिट ठरवलं गेलं, ते युनिट कशासाठी आहे? ते का ठरवलं? की ते सगळ्यांसाठी सारखं असलं पाहिजे. इट शुड बी ॲक्युरेट. मग त्यासाठी काय कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स और प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ गुड युनिट्स? इट शुड बी युनिव्हर्सली ऍक्सेप्टेड. युनिव्हर्सली ऍक्सेप्ट असले पाहिजे. पूर्ण जगाने त्याला ऍक्सेप्ट केलं असलं पाहिजे. असं नाही की मी भारतामध्ये त्याला ऍक्सेप्ट करेन, दुसऱ्या देशात गेलात, अमेरिकेत, नाही, वी डोंट वॉन्ट. नाही, इट शुड बी युनिव्हर्सली ऍक्सेप्टेड. म्हणजे ते आपल्याकडे तेवढं सर्वच ठिकाणी ठेवलं, युनिव्हर्समध्ये सगळ्या ठिकाणी तेच. इट इज इझिली अवेलेबल अँड प्रोड्युसिबल. इझिली अवेलेबल. इझिली अवेलेबल म्हणजे आपण म्हटलं की 1 मीटर, आताचा जो 1 मीटर तुम्हाला माहिती आहे, 1 मीटरची स्केल असते. इट इज इझिली अवेलेबल. जर त्यावेळी त्यांनी स्टँडर्ड ठरवला असता की 2 सिटीज मधला डिस्टन्स, म्हणजे आता मी राहतो तिथून मुंबईचं डिस्टन्स जे आहे ते 50 किलोमीटर आहे, आणि तेवढ्या डिस्टन्सला त्याने 1 मीटर म्हटलं असता, तर त्यावेळी त्या 1 मीटरची स्केल करता आली असती का? नो. रिप्रोड्युसिबल असती का? नो. इझी टू ऑपरेट असती का? नो. म्हणून इट शुड बी इझिली अवेलेबल अँड प्रोड्युसिबल. इट शुड नॉट व्हेरी विथ स्पेस अँड टाइम. जागोजागी बदलणारा नसला असला पाहिजे. तो पहिलेच सांगितलं तुम्हाला की अमेरिकेत तेवढं, भारतात तेवढं, चंद्रावर गेला तरी तेवढंच. कुठेही केव्हाही, सकाळी दुपारी संध्याकाळ, केव्हाही, पाऊस असो, ऊन असो, लाईट थंडी असो, केव्हाही न बदलणारा. इट शुड नॉट बी व्हेरी विथ स्पेस अँड टाइम. अँड it should not be perishable, not limited. म्हणजे लिमिटेड नसावा तो सगळ्या ठिकाणी वापरता असावा. So these are the properties or characteristics of a good units. Now here, after a unit, there is a systems of unit. System. आता तुम्ही 11वीत आलात, तुम्ही 10वीत होतात, पुढच्या वर्षी 12वीत जाणार. 10वीचा वर्ग, 11वीचा वर्ग, 12वीचा वर्ग. 10वीचे स्टुडंट, 11वीचे स्टुडंट, 12वीचे स्टुडंट. ते सगळे स्टुडंट आर द युनिट्स ऑफ डिफरंट फिजिकल क्वांटिटीज असं समजा. तुमच्या रेशन कार्डवरती कधी बघितलं असेल तर युनिट्स म्हटलं असतं. युनिट, घरात किती लोक आहेत इतके युनिट, म्हणजे तुम्ही प्रत्येक जण युनिट आहात. आपण सगळे युनिट आहोत. आता 10वीच्या मुलांचा ग्रुप, ते सगळे युनिटचा ग्रुप. 11वीच्या मुलांचा ग्रुप, 12वीच्या मुलांचा ग्रुप. हे झालं सिस्टम्स ऑफ दोज युनिट्स. आणि त्यांचे त्यांचे लेवल्स आहेत. म्हणजे 11वीतले सगळे मुलं एका लेवलचे 10वी पासून 12वी 11वीत आलेत. 10वीच्या मुलांचा जो ग्रुप, 12वीच्या मुलांचा ग्रुप. 10वीचा मुलगा एखाद्या दिवशी म्हटले, अर्धे मुलं की आम्ही 11वीत बसतो, 11वीतलं मुलं म्हटलं मी 10वीच्या वर्गात बसतो. नाही 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 होणार तसं. मग ह्या सगळ्या युनिट्स जे आहेत, हे सगळ्या फिजिकल क्वांटिटीचे युनिट्स जे आहेत, यांचा ग्रुप त्यांच्या त्यांच्या लेवल प्रमाणे इज द सिस्टम्स ऑफ युनिट. A set of units of different physical quantities are called as a system of units, such as length, mass, time, area, वगैरे वगैरे वगैरे. आणि म्हणून तुम्हाला माहिती आहे 3 सिस्टम्स, MKS, CGS and FPS. MKS meter kilogram second. Meter is the length, kilogram is the mass, time is the second. You know that you are measuring a length is in kilometer also. You are measuring a length in a millimeter also. You are measuring a length in a centimeter also. Same in kilogram, gram is also. Milligram is also there. But meter is in a same class as that of a kilometer. दोघांची लेवल सारखी आहे. म्हणजे या ठिकाणी मीटर, एखाद्या वस्तूचं डायमेन्शन मोजायचं आहे, त्याचा एरिया काढायचा आहे आणि त्याचं मास मोजायचं आहे. तर एरिया आपण मीटर मध्ये मोजला, मीटर स्क्वेअर मध्ये, आणि मास त्याचा ग्रॅम मध्ये मोजला, ते आपल्या सायन्स मध्ये अलाउड नाही. So here MKS systems of unit which length, mass and time and related with this, याच्याशी रिलेटेड असलेले एरियाचा मीटर स्क्वेअर, व्हॉल्यूमचा मीटर क्यूब, डेन्सिटीचा केजी पर मीटर क्यूब and etc. In a meter, kilogram and second respectively. That is called as a MKS systems of unit. दूसरा CGS system. System of unit in which length, mass and time are measured and related with this centimeter, gram and second respectively, and is called CGS systems of units. म्हणजे या ठिकाणी centimeter is of a same level as that of a gram, and second is common for all. Similarly, FPS system, foot pounds second. Systems of unit in which length, mass and time are measured in foot, pound and second. ऐकलं असेल आपण, फूट किती फूट आहे. पाऊंड मास मोजलं जातं, अजूनही पाऊंड वापरतो आपण. म्हणजे या सगळ्या सिस्टम आपण त्या त्या रिक्वायरमेंट प्रमाणे वापरतो. पाऊंड बहुतेक तुम्हाला माहिती असेल, काय सांगतो. म्हणजे बाळ जन्माला आलं की त्यावेळेस डॉक्टर अजून सुद्धा त्याचा मास किती येतो, किती वजनाचा आहे, तो पाऊंड मध्ये मोजला जातो. अशा वेगवेगळ्या ठिकाणी और वेगवेगळ्या देशात त्याचा वेगवेगळा वापर होतो. And there is a relation between this conversion. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. 1 feet is equal to 30.48 centimeter. That is 0.3048 meter. 1 kilogram is equal to 100 gram. 1 pound is equal to 453.6 gram. That is 0.4536 kg. Here, these systems, MKS, CGS, FPS, are the systems which contains a unit of those physical quantities which are depend upon length, mass, and time and self. These systems are also called as the local systems or as per the everyday requirements. But when you are studying about a science or commercial purpose, these systems are not sufficient. These systems are not sufficient for a scientific purpose because in a science, we are measuring the physical quantities which are not dependent upon length, mass, and time. काही physical quantities अशा आहेत की जे length, mass, and time वर depend नाही आहे. Like an angle, solid angle, plane angle, temperature मोजतो आपण, current flowing through conductor मोजतो, potential difference मोजतो, intensity of light मोजतो, which are not depend upon length, mass, time. मग त्या मोजाव्या लागतात, पण त्यांचं युनिट हे त्या MKS, CGS आणि FPS च्या वर्गात बसत नाही. So MKS, CGS, FPS are the systems which are depend upon length, mass, and time and itself. And for all scientific purposes or commercial purposes, these systems are not sufficient. These systems of unit are also called as the languages of measurement. And as it is a languages of measurement, प्रत्येक ठिकाणी वेगवेगळी लँग्वेज असते. भारतात वेगळी आहे, चायनामध्ये वेगळी आहे, जपानमध्ये वेगळी असेल, अजून वेगवेगळ्या देशात वेगवेगळी आहे. पण commercial purpose and communication purpose, we are preferring English. It's a common language. तसं common language of measurement असली पाहिजे, and which contains a unit of all physical quantities which are depend upon length, mass, and time or not. And such a system is called as a system of international. म्हणजे याच्यामध्ये सगळे युनिट आले, लेंथ, मास अँड टाइम, आणि त्याच्यावर डिपेंड असलेले किंवा त्याच्यावर डिपेंड नसलेले असे सगळे युनिट आले. सर्व फिजिकल क्वांटिटीचे युनिट त्याच्यामध्ये आले. अ कॉमन सिस्टम यूज फॉर अ मेजरमेंट ऑफ फिजिकल क्वांटिटी विच आर डिपेंड ऑन लेंथ, मास अँड टाइम or not is called as a SI system of unit, international system of unit. And this SI system again contains two types of unit, fundamental and derived. I think sir मी इकडे थांबू का? टाइम संपलाय. So here we did what is physics, then what is physical quantity, units of measurement, systems of unit, MKS, CGS, FPS, and SI system of unit. Again, SI system is the common system which is used for a scientific purpose or commercial purposes. And it have two types of unit, fundamental units and derived units. Next time, we'll go for a detail of a fundamental and derived units, the rules of writing fundamental and derived units. They have an example how they produce units. So, be safe. After next lecture, I will go for a next lecture. So be safe and do a hard work. Start your homework, start your preparation today only. Thank you all. Thank you, SCRT. सर बंद करावं मी? हॅलो सर.
हॅलो.
हा, मी बंद करू शकतो?
हॅलो.
हा, बंद करू शकतो सर मी? टाइम संपला होता म्हणून.
हॅलो.
हा, बोला ना सर.
सर सर्व तासिका संपल्यात का आपल्या?
हो, संपल्या आता.
मग एन स्ट्रीम करायचं आहे?
हो हो.
ओके सर. थँक्यू. सर्वांच्या प्रेझेंटेशन खूप छान झालेलं आहे आणि पुढे पण असंच आपण प्रेझेंटेशन करू. ही मीटिंग मी सध्या एंड करतोय. हा, ठीक आहे
थँक्यू
सर.
सर. थँक्यू.
थँक्यू.
Mitchell sir.